welfare programs are bad. They serve more political purpose than the ground purpose. What happened in Sri Lanka recently when the social protection bubble burst? People were inside the president house. The whole economy got collapsed. The government and large tech both have a mindset of thinking that they have authority to use the public data the way they want. I oppose this thought process. If someone is sleeping on a footpath today in Delhi, going to sleep in this chilled winter, your housing program has been failed.
Hello everyone, Dipali this side, and today we are going to have a conversation on social protection. Well, social protection is concerned with people from vulnerable or poor backgrounds such as children, women, disabled, the unemployed, and most importantly, the sick. And to tell us the importance of this social protection, today we have with us Mr. Amit Shukla, who has been doing this social protection for last 17 years of his career. He started his entrepreneurship journey in 2015 with a pioneering government tech innovation called EasyGov. It focuses on optimizing the effective and efficient utilization of India's 200 billion US dollars. And rest, let's hear it from Amit himself. Hi Amit, how are you doing today?
All good. Thank you for having me here on your podcast. Happy to be here.
Right. I mean, social protection consists of policies and programs designed to reduce poverty and vulnerability. These are the two important factors as far as I know. But how important is social protection? How can we use these government like innovation to promote it more?
Yeah, so I think you have fired two questions to me. So let me answer both of them. Social protection, people think that it is for the poor, but that is, yeah, it is meant for the poor, but the impact is on the society as a whole. So let's understand this part, that if you have a large section of the society that is deprived from the basics, you can't expect this world a better place to live, even for your own generations, even for your own community. What happened in Sri Lanka recently when the social protection bubble burst? People were inside the president house. The whole economy got collapsed. Social protection is linked to the economy, and if it is not well managed, the economy implications will be seen to each and every segment of the society.
Absolutely.
The way you define social protection is to provide minimum level of health, housing, education, and food support to the communities who are marginalized because of caste, income, religion, gender, physical disability, geography, color, or race. Right, so there could be any reason of people getting marginalized. Why it is important to have a minimum? Why should we give social protection in abundance? People think that the budget is a problem. Budget is not a problem. Country has gone overboard with the social protection expenditure, and that has boomeranged to their economy. And later on, right, we have a story of Sri Lanka, we have a story from African nations, and we have many other countries who are under extreme pressure to reduce the social protection expenditure because their economy is not supporting. So we have to move to this progressive and sustainable social protection that is in the current form is a regressive social protection.
Right, absolutely. All right, Amit, talking of the budget, we have the budget. But with budget, we also have technologies around us. It can be a great help if we use the technologies in the right way, right? Since it's a world full of apps and AIs, and we're surrounded by it all the time. I think using this technological advancement that has been there in recent times, we can make a change and a lot can be done. So, you tell me, how would you define the role of technology in enhancing this social protection?
Yeah. Thank you for asking this question, and this is like the one of the pillar to solve this problem, and that is use of technology, and that's why EasyGov. So, what is the problem of social protection? The problem of social protection is that the people who need it most are not getting the benefit. The error of exclusion on the global front is 54%. That means 54% people who need the social protection are not getting it, while Government expenditure on social protection, annual expenditure is $14 trillion, excluding the vaccination cost. When we talk about the government of India, the in India the social protection expenditure is around 20 lakh crore, and the exclusion is around 28%. These figures are from the World Bank report. Why the people who need it most? Why do you see people sleeping on the footpath where this country runs one of the largest housing welfare program, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana?
Yes.
Why do people begging for the food where this country runs one of the largest food social protection program, right? Pradhan Mantri Anaj Yojana, right? Where we everyone gets the packet of food. Why farmers commit suicide? Where we run close to 100 welfare programs for the farmer. PM Kisan Yojana alone budget is around 60,000 crore. Fasal Bima Yojana another 1,000 crore. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana we have spent till now over 3.5 lakh crore, and still people are homeless. The fundamental problem is that your approach to find out who the beneficiary is a problem. And you have to understand a little bit beyond technology, then I will drive you to the technology. As per the government policy, who is beneficiary, labharthi kaun hai, the person who need it most is a beneficiary as per the policy. There is no doubt
Right.
about it. For the politicians, the person who will vote is a beneficiary. For the bureaucrat, the person from where there is an opportunity to take money is a beneficiary. We have done many things to overcome these challenges, but still the large set of people are still excluded. So what EasyGov did, EasyGov made a AI based solution that says that using the technology as per the policy, beneficiary can be identified. There is no need of a political or a bureaucratic involvement. Right now, artificial intelligence is solving some of the most complex problem. If it can tell you that it how much time it will take from point A to point B, if it can tell you that whom a banking institution will give a loan, if it can tell that what disease a person is suffering from, if it can tell what kind of a legal course of action you should take, then why it can't tell that who the beneficiary is? This is what EasyGov does precisely. We used AI to find out who the beneficiary is so that the government can give benefit directly to the people.
Right, absolutely. And also, since you have provided invaluable advisories to both central and state government, as I have researched you a lot, and across 15 projects, that's a huge number. And if we talk about government, if you said the beneficiaries, government has the power, it has the budget, and most importantly, it has impact on people. And it has a very important factor in our society is government. It runs the people. So, what strategies can this government can employ to bridge this, digital divide and make social protection services available for each and every one of us?
Again, thank you for asking this wonderful question, right? And this is something that I keep on advocating. And so I told you the problem, right? There is a still exclusion, and there's a different definition of a beneficiary. We have to give this power in the hand of a people. To do that, we have to get panchayat involved in social protection. We have to understand that these topics are very closely related to the people, and its impact can be seen at the ground level. For example, if a school is not functioning, the people in that village are the most impacted. If hospital or a clinic is not functioning in that village, they are the most impacted people. If sanitation is a problem that is leading to the health problems, these are the people who are mostly impacted. If there is a no road connectivity, they are not able to sell their produce to the market. It is their economy that is getting impacted the most, their income that is getting impacted the most. We realized that, and we made 73rd amendment of Constitution of India in 1992, where we decided that 29 subject power should be devolved to the panchayat. It includes the livelihood, housing, irrigation, health, education, sanitation, all issues that is closely linked to the people, and that has an impact on their daily lives. Social protection is part of it. Social protection goes horizontally across all these topics. So we have to use panchayat as a tool to deliver the benefit. The problem is that panchayat is not competence and may not have required expertise to handle the taxpayer money, but where AI comes into the play. So if you use artificial intelligence and you trust the data by the panchayat and state government does the policy making, right? Digital public good is used like we have a DBT, wonderful schemes, right?
Yeah.
For transferring the benefit, we have a DigiLocker, we have a Aadhaar for identity verification. So if you use digital public good, we use AI for good, artificial intelligence for good, and panchayat. We do this triangulation, this problem can be solved.
Right, right. I mean, talking of the AI and the technology, I think it's necessary to hold a trust in AI. Most part of the India or people from rural background still doesn't trust the AI that अगर मैं यहाँ कुछ डाल रहा हूँ, if I'm handing over my data to this certain app, will my data be secured? Something will happen or not, some scam will not be there. So it's very important to have that trust, right? So what measures can be implemented to build that trust among both the areas, the rurals and the urban, regarding the use of this technology in social protection?
Perfect. So the AI till now has been largely used by digital monopolies,
Yeah.
where the people has got least benefit out of the AI. So your question is very good, right? Valid question. That I have been always the person who is contributing to the economy of someone else. I'm not getting the benefit what I should get using the AI. So AI has a three challenges. First, data bias. It is trained using the large data set, a large database. Whatever the bias in the data, that the same bias will be there in the AI. Second, knowledge monopoly. Using this data, knowledge has been built, but this knowledge is controlled by a few large players. They can change the knowledge. You have seen Cambridge Analytica, where people talked about rigging the US election. You have
Yeah.
seen how the sentiments of the people can be changed by changing the knowledge that is coming out of the AI. So these are the second problem. Third, it has been far off from the villages, from the people, from the small merchant, from the small businessmen, from the farmers, from the people like you and me. Right? What are we getting out of AI? So to overcome these three challenges, we have to come a different type of a AI, and that I call AI for good or AI for all. AI for good and AI for all is something that is very transparent, that is built on the knowledge, that is auditable, that is explainable. Even RTI can be filed on AI. That why this person has been given better chance than me. So
Yeah.
the AI that is auditable, explainable, transparent, and does not, from the intent point, have a digital monopoly game inside it,
Yeah.
will going to benefit the people at large.
Absolutely, absolutely. Agreed. Maintaining, having that effect and that trust is very important. But if we talk about, we want something to have sustainability with it and an effect with it, a long-term effect. If I'm investing into this, it should have a effect. लेकिन safe भी होना चाहिए और फायदेमंद भी होना चाहिए और सारी चीजें हम हमारे फेवर में ही ज्यादातर हम एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं. So, what steps can we take to ensure this long-term sustainability in of government tech? Say, if we talk an example of easy government. So, what are the measures that can we take for the long-term sustainability of these social protection programs?
So the data belongs to the people, and somehow the government also has to educate themselves that
Yes.
they can't be another digital monopoly, right?
Absolutely.
If they want to earn the trust of a people. So the data that the people are contributing to the AI, they should get the benefit out of it. But more than that, they should have a complete authority and a right on the data that they are giving to the AI system. What does that I mean? That there is no identity associated with the data is being used to train the model or being used. No data of individual can be accessed neither by the machine, AI machine, nor by the people without the consent of the individual. Third, I should have a power to revoke whenever I
Yes.
want. When I say power to revoke, that I should be able to erase all the traces of my in the system as soon as the purpose has been served. It's like that I have taken a loan, right? And for that, the bank wanted to access all the data like my bank statement, my my income statement, my Form 16, my asset, right? Everything. They should not get all this data. Why do they need that? If they are giving me the loan of a 2 lakh, they should only check my ability to pay back 10,000 rupees EMI. That is a principle number one. No one should get a blanket access to the data. And if they are taking the blanket access to the data, user should be informed. Not only informed, without the user consent and the permission, they should not be able to access the data itself.
Yeah.
Point number two, once the loan is over, I want to eliminate my data. I don't want to get a marketing call after that from them. I'm done with my loan. There should be provision that I can completely remove my identity. This is not only applicable for a GovTech, right? Though the government and large tech both have a mindset of thinking that they have authority and they have a right to use the public data the way they want. I oppose this thought process. If data is a new oil, this oil belongs to the people and
Right.
they should monetize it for their own benefit.
Yes, absolutely. The point that you raised of, keeping the data with themselves and giving them the regular calls, that's what, breaks the trust of the people. Why am I getting these certain calls all the time? Is my data secure? I think that kind of breaks the trust of the people, and it also, moreover, it just
Yes, sir.
reduces
So
the trust
I
of the
just want to
government.
add right in the last thing that
Yeah.
in the right to use, the purpose is also logged.
Yes.
So if my data is used for any other purpose than it is collected for, then the person should get an alert and the authority should be get invoked to take action against the person who collected the data from me for a purpose and now the person is using misusing the data for the other purpose.
Right, absolutely. Also, Amit, since you're running an app, say Easy Government, how do you monitor it? How do you monitor the effect of Easy Government? Because keeping a check is very important, whether the programs, the things that we are running are working properly or not, to ensure that what can be done in real time monitoring and evaluation of such social protection apps.
Yeah, so we are a platform company, so that's we only provide a platform to the government. It's a primarily a job of a government to monitor the outcome. So I will take a liberty to answer right on behalf of a government, right? What they are doing to monitor the impact. And
Yeah.
so first we have to create a baseline that is called a baseline KPIs. For example, right, there is a girl enrollment rate in these schools, and I'm running multiple welfare programs and I'm let's say the current government of India expenditure per student is 45,000 rupees per student per year, including your midday meal, 37 scholarships and everything. It's a huge money. Now I
Right.
decide that there are 4 5 KPIs, 4 5 outcomes. First is a girls enrollment rate, second the dropout rate, third attendance, fourth how many people are progressing from primary to secondary. Okay. Now
Right.
I put all these parameter into this and I said that I'm spending the money maybe through multiple programs, but the intent is to improve the life of a student and improve the quality of education. So what EasyGov does, it provides a platform where all these parameter can be combined, all the fund can be combined and can be mapped with the outcome. Now, with the every expenditure, government should see if the ground result is being met or not. If there is a no ground result achieved, then what government should do? Try to identify that which money I should stop, which money I should reallocate, which money I should balance to achieve the desired result. So it's a continuous process where data helps the government in policy making to improve the policies and the interventions so that the larger outcome can be achieved.
Right, right, absolutely. And if we talk about the improvements, since you said it's a government based, everything in government is involved. What can be done for the improvement of these in these advancement of social protection? Every step, you tell me, what are the solution to incorporate feedback? How to get the feedback, the proper feedback, to gather insights of social protection? beneficiaries, and enabling continuous improvement. How do you do that?
Yeah. So, as I've told you, we spend 20 lakh crore. In fact, this is an election year. So, we're going to
Yeah.
spend more than 20 lakh crore on social protection. If you divide this number and you assume that even 75-80% people need the social protection, the money will be 7-8 thousand per family per month.
Yeah.
So, money is not a problem, right? So, why this is not being targeted to the right set of a people? Because we decided to deliver these benefit through welfare programs. Welfare programs are bad. They serve more political purpose than the ground purpose. Every family is unique. Every family should be studied and understood what is the need of that family. And then this 7-8 thousand rupees divided in those intervention that fulfills the immediate need of the family. For example, if there is a family where there are only two old age people and they don't have a children, or their children has left them in the village, and they don't have a house, let's say, to stay, they are kind of staying in the shelter home. Their need is housing and health. Even in the housing, if they get a proper vridha ashram or a shelter home, they will be more than happy than building their own house and managing everything. If a family has a pregnant lady and the person is a farmer who is a marginalized farmer and doesn't income, that family priority need is right now health.
Yes.
Probably they want that all 6,000 rupees should go into the taking care of the health of a pregnant lady,
Yeah.
right? In India, if the complication happens in the remote area, one out of a five women die on the way coming to the hospital if they are pregnant. In African region, people die because they don't have access to the combiflam, because their fever has got severe. So social protection has to go beyond the boundaries of a program. It has to understand each and every family, their need, and it has to be more responsive, faster to the need of a people. If someone is sleeping on a footpath today in Delhi, and there are hundreds of people who are sleeping, going to sleep in this chilled winter on Delhi's footpath, your housing program has been failed. You have to understand that for that people who is sleeping on the footpath, they don't care that you run thousands of the welfare program. Their need is a shelter. I'm not even saying home. Their need is a shelter. So they do not die because of the harsh weather. So till the time we will not change from a program centric approach to the family centric approach, this problem will not going to solve. Thanks to artificial intelligence, thanks to tech, it wasn't possible in the manual days. From a budgeting planning, you the programs were required, but now with the technology, if Facebook can profile each and every individual, if Google can profile each and every family and give the product they want, they can show the prompt that you should buy this car, right? Why can't the same thing happen with social protection? Why
Absolutely.
the same family should get a WhatsApp message that you need this, right? We are here to help you, click it and get it.
Absolutely. I think this session is going to be an eye opening session for whomsoever watching it, since it was for me, because so much information that you have just said was not known to people till now. And impromptu things should be done, like things that you suggested. I think implementation on these things is very important. And absolutely, things like Facebook and Twitter and TikTok, these are accessible to people, but not the things that they actually need. Therefore, coming to my last question, Amit, what do you think of the future of these social protection programs that you're running?
Yeah, so the future has to be bright, and but unfortunately the exclusion numbers are not improving for last many years. In fact, they are upward. In the current world where world economy is growing, how can we have 54% error of exclusion in social protection? How can we exclude 54% people of this world? Are we saying that this model going to sustain? 54% people are deprived of a single social protection. They are the people, if they don't earn their food, they will sleep hungry. If they don't get a combi flame, I said that they will die. If the pregnant lady will not get the help, it is a health risk. If we can ensure that the vaccination reaches to each and every people, because there is an industry around it who get paid from the taxpayer money by the government, so that everyone is get vaccinated, why can't social protection be delivered in the same fashion and the manner? I firmly believe that whole world is realizing the problem of a social protection. They understand now the economics of social protection, and the economics is not that you have to do for the betterment of these 54% people. The economics is that non-inclusive model of a development will lead to the internal security problem and revolt in the society.
Yes.
Social protection is a safety valve. If you do it well, you protect your business, you protect your country, you protect your forces. If you do it more, then you make people dependent on the social protection. The people who are lethargic, who are getting food, home, right, and basically to survive, right, they're getting everything on a plate. Why will they go out and work? If it is a less, is a problem. If it is a more, is a problem. That's why I say safety valve theory. The good
Yes.
news is that the countries across the world recognizing this safety valve theory of a social protection, that it has to be very carefully managed, not for these people only, but for the economic progression of the society, for the growth of the country, for the growth of the mankind in the globe.
Right, absolutely, Amit. Let's all hope for the best. Let's hope that we will have that impact of social protection like we have of Instagram or any other social networking site, which is important and which is important for all of us, which is benefited for all of us. Well, I'm definitely noting everything that you just said in the podcast, and I love how specific and dedicated you were about certain things. Now that we've come to the end of the session, I really appreciate you taking out the time and answering all of my questions with such dignity.
Thank you, Dipali, having me here. I really enjoyed the conversation with you.
All right, sir. Well, that's all from me, guys. For more such informative videos, subscribe to our channel, Millennium Times.